So yeah, we watched the episodes 5 to 8 of Rings of Power. Loved every second of that wild ride.
I mean, we were very emotional.
I'm good.
Oh my god! I'm good. Like our response wasn't quite like as maybe we didn't cry. We didn't
we didn't
root.
We didn't gasp in shock every 5 minutes.
We more kind of laughed a lot.
Yes.
It had a lot of fun.
Seaside when I was first orphaned. I was
First orphaned?
a young heart.
Not the second time I was orphaned. What are the good things about this show?
I personally liked how it's they drip feed you the episodes one by one. I like how you can only watch one episode a week. That really makes
You're
it so much better.
You're referencing a review we read. I know what you're doing.
Yes, I am. I thought it was a very funny thing to say in a review. I like that this episodic format is episodic.
The show is great because it comes out once a week.
Yeah. That felt like I have to find something good to say.
It's a low bar. It's a low bar for this show, you know? Like
Something.
I'd say the scales have tipped more towards not good.
not good.
I think every episode just is slightly worse than the last one.
Well, the 5th episode, and we're gonna do a little, just talk what happened about the plot a little bit, because otherwise we forget, because it's starting to just become noise at this point. At some point watching this, it started to become noise. I couldn't retain. It was like it was poking holes into my brain, and information started kind of falling through it, and I couldn't hold on to it even though I tried. Kemen attempts to destroy the I love Kemen. Attempts to destroy the expedition ships.
Get out of here this moment. I won't let anyone know I saw you.
Hand me the lantern.
Don't.
I don't know why he did that. And then I don't think we see Kemen ever again.
Nope. We see like a snippet of him in the background. He becomes an extra kind.
What a great arc.
And what was the thing that blew up? Like, was it just oil?
I think it was just oil or wine, or I think it was alcohol,
booze?
or maybe it
Booze
was
for
oil.
the soldiers.
Maybe it was oil. But then why would you have like just barrels of oil on a ship? Like,
Especially because like they don't use it
yeah.
in any capacity later. In Osterith, Theo shows the broken sword to Elrondid, who realizes it is a key for turning the Southlands into Sauron's realm of evil. I love that. He
Yeah.
just realizes this.
He just looks at it and is like, this must be the thing that turns the Southlands into Mordor.
A key to what?
I do not know. The enemy commander spoke of becoming a god, of giving the orcs a home in these lands.
Wait.
I know this.
Wait, I'm realizing something. I think this is a key that turns the Southlands to
Mordor.
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 How long?
Days. Maybe hours.
Like, thanks.
You could have just said, I don't know.
But if you choose to stand with me and fight, this tower will no longer be a reminder of our frailty, but a symbol of our strength.
We have Bronwyn, who is giving speeches about how this rabble without any training or any weapons, really, I guess, should really fight, and should fight the orcs and not give up. And then, like, I want to say like 5 minutes later in the show, she like changes her mind.
Yeah,
She
they
sees
just leave.
the key statue, I think.
Yeah.
And
then
she's like, we're
it's hopeless.
Yeah. And then they argue in the middle of the fucking
Yeah.
square with everybody looking at them. They're
Yeah.
like,
No! Bow to the enemy, and you take away everything. From your son and his sons after him. Your people have worked an entire age to earn back their virtue.
we watched the two towers, and they have the pretty much, again, the same scene with Legolas and Aragorn arguing. But Legolas switches to Elvish because he knows
Right.
that
Yeah.
like, hey, he's smart enough that these people, these Rohan horse people,
Yeah.
they shovel manure whole day. They don't have time to learn Elvish.
Yeah.
I'll speak Elvish. They don't hear how hopeless this is.
Look at them. They're frightened. You can see it in their eyes. Boyahun. Neled Herain. Dan Carmenig.
Siberia Farhun, Amar Nanededoras.
Aragorn. Nedin Dagor. Hen Urir Othari. Natha Dagathair.
Then I shall die as one of them.
The nice little scene between two characters, and this here is just like, I want to do this thing. You shouldn't. Okay, I won't. It's bad.
I think that
Okay, actually, I will do it.
I think the big trouble that the showrunners run into, I think, is they make everything super kind of forceful and dramatic in a way that like everybody takes like a massive stand, and then because the plot requires it, they have to switch their mind. But you don't have time to do it, and especially you don't have time because you know what I mean. Like if somebody goes like, "I am vegetarian. I will never eat meat. Like meat is murder," and gives you this spiel, and then like 5 scenes later changes their mind. You're a little bit like,
Yeah,
"What
wait.
the hell?"
My servants of Sauron, is that enough for you?
So this is about vengeance.
One cannot satisfy thirst by drinking seawater.
Then what is it? Why do you keep fighting? You're asking me to go to the one place that I swore never to return. The least you can do is tell me why.
And also with just plot points, it's like it feels like they have a checklist that they just need to run through. It's like this cool thing needs to happen, this great scene needs to happen, this needs to happen, this needs to happen, and what happens in between is completely meaningless.
Yeah.
Usually, like it doesn't matter. It's the Galadriel trying to convince the queen to go to war. Fails, and then leaves fall, and she succeeds. Like it doesn't matter. Like we were always gonna get there, right?
Yeah.
Nothing matters.
Halbrand is Sauron at this point. Like it's all the time. Halbrand is Sauron.
Yeah.
So like, is it like doesn't he want the key? Like why isn't there any like the key is just kind of almost like a separate thing that's happening, and like just Sauron just lucked out massively.
Yeah.
That this whole thing was going on.
Something.
Why does this crazy powerful being need such an elaborate plan with so many weird contingencies?
Yeah, like when I don't know, episode 6 or 7 when the mountain explodes. Did Sauron just go like, holy shit, this worked out.
Yeah.
Lucky me. This is what I wanted. I want this to be kind of a hellscape, and I did literally nothing to make this happen.
Well, that was a freebie.
Like it would have happened anyway, right?
Which is sort of the tagline for the show. This would have happened anyway, regardless of what the characters do or say or.
I mean, a good example of that is the Elrond oath stuff,
Yeah.
which is also in this episode. Swear on the mountain and all that. Don't tell the elves that we have Mithril. Then Elrond goes back to the elves. The elves say, "Hey, we really need Mithril because we're all dying, all of us."
It's so bad, Elrond. Please help.
And now at last, they return to us in triumph, for they have proven beyond any doubt that our days of war are over.
The armies of darkness will march over the face of the earth. It will be the end, not just of our people, but all peoples.
And when that happened in the show, I was like, well, why? I mean that sucks, but you can go to go to your homeland. Like, it's oh god, there's so many things to fucking talk about. Valinor is treated in the show. Like, I'm trying to ignore everything else. In the show, Valinor is a gift. It's like the elves that go there with Galadriel in the beginning. They're stoked. They're like, holy shit, we get to go there.
Paradise.
Like finally, we go to paradise.
As a measure of our gratitude, these heroes shall be granted an honor unrivaled in all our lore. They will be escorted to the Grey Havens and granted passage across the sea to dwell for all eternity in the blessed realm, the far west, the undying lands of Valinor. At last, they are going home.
Elves are dying on apparently for some reason because of corruption, and they're all like, "Oh my god, we have to leave." And I'm like, "But isn't that kind of a like? It's not bad per se. It's not like like you're not going to hell. You're going to literal paradise. Like,
Yeah.
I get that there would be some like, oh man, you know, I like Middle Earth.
Yeah.
But, like,
It's not like a apocalyptic catastrophe. It's just like, oh, there's no more elf light here. We just need to go where there is elf light magic.
yeah, wouldn't it be a better motivation if the High King Gil-galad would be like, yeah, I mean, this is happening, and I guess we're leaving. And then, like, Elrond or Arondir or one of these elves who wants to stay here is like, no, we're not. Like, I'm gonna, I like this place, and I get that paradise is great, but, like, I'm gonna
like
make
people
a way.
here. There are, other elf communities who like it here now. Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm Elrond, the half-elven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My dad is a star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna do this, and then Gil-galad is like, no, don't do this. You're going against my orders. And then there's drama and there's conflict and there's a little bit more than what it is now, which is Gil-galad saying, hey, we need Mithril for...
Yeah, because otherwise we will die.
Yeah, we just kind of need it next to us. Like, we just need to kind of like rub it on our skin.
Do you have like lotions? Can we make lotions out of this? Or like care product?
Why?
My kind must either abandon these shores by spring or perish.
Why?
Our immortal souls will dwindle.
Why?
Swept away by the tides of time.
I forgot the detail that Gil-galad says that the elves will die by next spring. Like, that they have...
Really?
They say literally, like...
Next spring.
Next spring, and we need a thing that the dwarves just found. Like, it's so bad.
Why?
So Elrond makes this huge oath about, I'm never going to tell them that you have Mithril. And then in the next scene takes out the piece of Mithril and gives it to Celebrimbor.
Yeah.
And talks about it.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
And I mean, I guess he doesn't say that he got it from Khazad-dûm.
Yeah.
But he literally came from there. Like,
yeah.
And he's been with the dwarves. And you kind of have to mine it, like, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then later on, which one of my favorite scenes of the whole show is like he's talking to Gil-galad, I think, right? And he's like asking him like,
do they have Mithril?
Yeah. Tell me, and Elrond basically says like, I swore an oath
to Durin. To some, that may now hold little weight. But in my esteem, it is by such things our very souls are bound.
I will not say. I will not do it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then Gil-galad's like, well, I guess
okay, I guess they have it then.
Why?
Elrond is the equivalent of like corporate tax evasion. He's like that guy or like that company that like kind of gets away with stuff, like Apple or something, or Amazon. Hey, they're like, and you're like, oh, how can we not get them like? And then I was like dancing all over the tripwires and like not getting caught.
Lord Halbrand, the Queen Regent summons you.
Well, that was a freebie.
How many of you could have survived that?
How long do we have?
Not long enough. Come on. We have to make ready the village.
It's also very like none of the like extras like they're pointless.
Yeah, Oh,
Like
yeah.
there is no sense of attachment or like tension or anything. Like they're completely just faceless, soulless, nameless, just not even caricatures, but like cardboard cutouts basically. Yeah, but like again, comparing to like the Lord of the Rings movies, like you with all the the Rohanites hiding in Helm's Deep and stuff. It's like you like feel for them a little bit. They're all like dirty and sad and terrified, and they've got like this little bit of food and there's kids, and you see that there's real stakes, and
also they give you a moment like we saw last night with Aragorn and the kid young soldier.
Give me your sword. What is your name?
Hollis, son of Hammer, my lord. The men are saying that we will not live out the night. They say that it is hopeless.
There's the heroes, and then hey, there's also these people, and don't forget that there are people in this army who are gonna die. Like, if you didn't have that scene, we would feel a little bit more kind of pulled back because we wouldn't care that much. So
yeah,
and we don't have that here.
They're basically just set dressing, right?
Yeah,
they're like the people or the crowds in racing games that are like just like very low poly, just like
or like a FIFA crowd.
It doesn't feel like there's any stakes. I'm not worried about the Southlanders because they're so
because you don't know them. The boats. Let's talk about the boats.
Yeah.
So they have to fit around. I guess I don't. Is there a specific number? Is it like
I feel like
500?
I have just convinced Numenor to send 5 ships and 500 men to aid your people and place a crown upon your head.
That was a freebie.
Why?
So they need 100 men, 100 horses, plus all it's not like it's a day trip, right? They need provisions, food, shelter, stuff to set up their camps. They have a camp once they get to Southland. There's so much stuff to bring, and they all fit in 3 tiny ships.
But they're really deep. You don't see.
Really deep.
They're dragging down across the fucking ocean floor. The
exactly.
Bottom.
The bottoms actually hit the ocean floor. Like the fish is like, what the?
Everybody knows when Numenor goes to war.
Yeah.
You can hear their boats scrape against the floor.
It's just so lazy. Like it feels like again like they're treating me or treating the audience like little kids. Like they're just look at this shiny flashy thing. Don't think about it. And I'm like, but the ship is so small. Like I am thinking about it. Like it's just lazy, honestly. It's not even bad or like a plot hole. It's just lazy.
Yeah.
Like it's again the thing where they need to get to a checkpoint and they just get there as fast as they can.
Hand me the lantern.
Don't.
Also, they send the queen on an expedition that just got sabotaged, and they don't know who did it.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think.
Does anyone even talk about reference that happening at all?
They kind of they do the thing. Did you see that where they kind of look at each other and they're like, and then they walk on? Like they do this little joke.
Like really?
Yeah, they're like point out and like remember that. They're like,
yeah.
And the characters laugh and then they go on boats and right away.
I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they actually did.
They don't care. They're like, well. That happened. Isildur throws an apple into the ocean that he could have given to the horse but didn't.
Yep. Or could have just finished like a normal person.
And then Galadriel comes out and they talk a little bit. I don't fucking remember about what.
I might have known. You have the look of your father.
I was always told I looked more like my mother.
So Elendil comes
Right.
out on deck,
Yeah.
and Galadriel asks, "What happened to Isildur's mother?" I think. What happened to your wife, Elendil? And then Elendil's like, "Well,
It is strange. Most of my life I've looked east to see the sun rise over the sea, and west to see it set over the land. We're sailing into the dawn, and yet to me, it feels like the coming of night. She drowned.
when the sun sets on the eastern shore and the stars shine brighter, I often think of the moon that's up there, and it's like a guide." She drowned. And then she walks away. It's like,
okay.
Okay. Like, but the sea's always right, Ellen, right?
The sea's always right, yeah.
So
the sea is always right.
Like again, there are no obstacles. Like there are obstacles, but they're just like they open the obstacle, like they open the doors for you, you know, the showrunners. They're just like, Arondir has this problem, and then they like 5 minutes later just open the doors. Come through, come on, it's okay.
Whatever.
Was kind of clever, you know, sending in the humans in orc disguise. That was kind of okay. I didn't hate that.
Yeah, I never really got why they were so like upset about it when they killed them.
that-
I was like,
yeah,
well, they're
'cause,
bad people. Like,
well, yeah,
I mean,
well, they literally just betrayed you. Like, why are you so?
We're fighting our own.
Like, I'd understand if they were shocked, like, oh shit, that means the real orcs are coming.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is scary, but not like, oh my god, we killed humans. It's like they're shit humans. Like,
yeah,
you know,
they literally betrayed you. Like,
Yeah.
they came here to kill you.
Kill you,
like,
yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't like they were like walking
Forced
like zombies and they
Yeah,
weren't fighting
exactly.
you, and then you like kept
Yeah.
slaughtering them.
Yeah.
They were fighting you. Like, this
Yeah.
was basically self-defense.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, crying.
Yeah.
And,
Like I get being a little upset, right? It's, you know, it's not great to
Yeah.
kill
Your
but-
neighbor that goes
yeah,
evil? Sure.
But the reaction was almost like they killed their own family members or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Again,
like
it's
they were-
something that like it's almost like they forgot to set it up or something. Like they didn't have they don't have the scenes where, again, we get to know the villagers, or there's little
Yeah.
bits of like where we're like,
Yeah.
oh, you know, like there's tension, or like I
Yeah.
don't know, something like
Yeah.
they just try to shortcut it and go like,
Yeah.
well, they're upset now.
Why?
Also, just going quickly back
Yeah.
to the village fight, I just it's just the thing that really pissed me off. The whole, you know, they're fighting around. There's, you know, killing left and right, and then of course there's a giant orc without a weapon, and they just have a fist fight for like 2 minutes, and he starts strangling around because he's so big and powerful, and then of course Bronwyn comes and goes rah.
And it's shot
At
quite
the
like
last
flatly,
second.
like almost like
Yeah.
there's no, I don't know.
It's also just like, why did you need this? Just to
Yeah.
show that Bronwyn's also cool and loves Arondir. Like, it just, I've seen the scene a million times.
Also, it goes
Like,
on and on.
It goes
and
on,
on.
yeah.
It goes on for so
Goes
long.
on. Also, why doesn't that orc have a weapon? Like, which is why, and why is he just alone there suddenly? It makes no sense. It's
Where-
again just
yeah.
another like, we need this cool scene because Arondir's such a cool ninja elf, so
Yeah.
we need this. Let's just do it.
Also, where is everybody? Where is
Yeah.
everybody in this Southlands land?
Yeah.
Like, is this what like?
Is this the only group of people in the Southlands? Like,
When you watch the caravans go to Helm's Deep, there's loads of people.
Yeah.
The city must empty. We make for the refuge of Helm's Deep. Do not burden yourself with treasures. Take only what provisions you need. Helm's Deep.
Galadriel must think that there's a kingdom. Like, I don't understand. She's also saying at this point she totally believes that Halbrand is a king, based on a little pouch. And I'm thinking, like, has she been to the Southlands kingdom? Has she been in those halls that like what, because what we see of the Southlands is a fucking tavern and a tower.
Yeah.
We don't see anything else. It's bizarre.
There's no, not even like other villages. There's no like, you know, I don't know, panning shot of like trade routes or something, or like, you know, or
there's not a scene of like, oh my god, the Elendor people have now showed up. We don't have enough food. Like all these people are showing up.
Or like even mentioning like, oh, the trade with the Kafar town is gone down. That's why we don't have food. Or, you know,
messengers from Tartu are here.
Yeah.
Like they're also having trouble with the orcs. They ask for aid.
Nothing. It's just this one group of people.
You're the king. You're the king of these couple of buildings and 50 people.
Which the people like immediately believe. They're like, oh, the king is back. Yay.
They have this shocked moment of like, we've been killing our neighbors. Then they win because Numenorians show up randomly. They just rode really hard. We don't see them make landfall. They're just like, they're here now. And then they're like, we won. Let's have a feast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the bodies of your neighbors are like cold. Like you haven't even. And they're like, yay, king's here.
Yeah. Like you were so upset about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, food, king.
Put them in a pile. We'll deal with them later. Like,
I want to eat. Yeah. Daddy hungry.
Come to Papa, they say as they grab the mashed potatoes.
You called for me, Your Majesty.
Bronwyn. This is Lord Halbrand.
Bronwyn.
Is it true? Are you the king we were promised?
Yes.
All hail! All hail! To the true king of the Southlands! All hail! To the true king of the Southlands! All hail!
Well, that was a freebie.
Oh, the king is back! Yay! Like, no explanation.
The 50 people like gather around Halbrand and they're like, "Are you the king?" And he's like, "Yeah."
And like, yay! Yay! Like that's it.
Why?
And we have, of course, Adar gets captured.
Stop! We need him alive.
Perhaps I shall begin by killing you. You slavering orc.
Galadriel.
How many have you killed?
Many.
Good.
I would not use such words.
Why not?
It darkens the heart to call dark deeds good. Before I drive my dagger into your poisoned heart, I will whisper in your piked ear that all your offspring are dead.
We haven't seen the Harfoots by this point in like 2 episodes.
For 2 episodes, they're basically not a thing.
Like literally nothing, right?
Nope.
Or maybe at the beginning, like the ice and that, but like
they like sing and walk around and
Call to me, lands far away, for I must now wander this wandering day. Away I must wander this wandering day.
I don't know where they're going or why.
Yeah.
They're still horrible people. Like they're still like take the carts off their. They take the wheel off their carts and shit.
Yeah.
Precisely, do you expect me to do about it?
What you ought to have done at the camp. Take their wheels and leave them.
We stay true to each other. No matter how the path winds.
You sprain your ankle, you're gonna get left behind, but no one walks alone.
everybody should be dead. Galadriel should be like a husk walking around.
Yeah.
But she's fine.
She's fine. She's just a little dusty.
She's dusty. And we go into the... and we have a great shot of... I don't know if you caught this, Max.
Mm-hmm.
But basically... How do I explain this? Because it's quite complicated.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I saw snippets of it.
Yeah, there's this... okay, so going back, there's this land called Southlands.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of explodes. And it becomes... In many ways, it becomes Mordor.
I really like the way the show... Like...
shows it.
No, shows you. Yeah. It's, you know, it's a classic screenwriting adage, right? Show, don't tell, right?
Show by telling, yes.
Yeah.
Are you hurt? Stay with me. Come.
Galadriel isn't... Why isn't Galadriel helping or doing anything? Like, Galadriel is just kind of like there. She finds Theo, and then they leave.
And then leaves. Yeah.
And it's like, all these people were together. They were literally having a feast. They were all next to each other. And suddenly it's like, we're all lost and we're all over the place and we have no... And I'm like, but you weren't though, like...
You could have at least tried a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just literally just immediately leave.
Miriel sees Isildur run into a house, basically.
Yeah, and then the burning log falls on him, and Mira's like, well, okay, tough shit. Bye.
Captain, you... Captain, where is he? Where is my son?
He's like, okay. He's like, did you see the body? Do you have the body? And they're like, no, we just kind of... We saw him run into a house.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Elendil's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Elendil is like, well, every time the sun sets in the west and I look upon the stars, one of them is mildly looks like the face of my son, who brings me back memories of old.
The burning wood is always right.
The burning house is always right.
We can depart within the hour.
Galadriel goes to see Halbrand, who is very severely wounded.
Yeah.
Lying in bed, lying in camp, and severely wounded, and needs elvish medicine.
This wound needs elvish medicine.
So let's get him on a horse, not a carriage, and let's ride for 7 days to Lindon. This man is severely ill. Put him on a horse.
He is ill enough that regular medicine cannot heal him, but not ill enough that a 6-day non-stop, no rest horse ride would make his condition worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fine balance.
Elsewhere, Nori's caravan finds their destination grove, which is like a grove of 3 trees.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of trees. It's not a grove. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like an apple grove is like a bunch of apple trees. This is like a couple of separately placed trees that they've hiked for miles to get to. We need to get to those couple of apples. We're gonna get like upwards of 20 apples.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna get a quarter.
No, I mean,
but then
the first 20 people will get an apple. The rest will be
left
behind.
The rest will take their wheels off their carts and fuck. Yeah.
Up ahead, the grove. I think this is it.
It's so bizarre. It's not like a promised land. Also, how the fuck the trees are destroyed by Mordor comets, the volcano things, and I'm like, how are they close enough for this to happen, but far away for them to not understand how it happened?
Tulil men noritas. Heru Sauron.
So yeah, we have that little like teaser of like, yeah, Gandalf is Sauron, even though everybody knows he's not. So there's no tension there. You know Halbrand is. Everybody knows it. Literally everybody. Like every single person in the world who's watched this knows that Halbrand is Sauron. So Halbrand and Celebrimbor, who's the Elven Smith, they, as the summary says, Halbrand gives Celebrimbor the idea of forging the mithril with other metals to enhance its strength, which is like, I don't know much about smithing, but I would think that's the most basic level.
Yeah, that's how you make. I mean, that's how you make steel and stuff.
Yeah, everything.
That's you make everything. You combine iron and copper or whatever the fuck, right? Yeah, and this amazing, like legendary, almost mythical elven smith just never thought to do that.
I've seen a trace of nickel added to iron to make a blade lighter and stronger. Might there not be some alloy to amplify the qualities of your ore?
Well, that is an intriguing suggestion.
This happens because the writers aren't good enough to make Celebrimbor look good.
Right.
So they're not good enough to write him as a really smart smith. So the only way they can make the fucking story happen is by making Celebrimbor dumb and make Halbrand slightly smarter.
I need royal lineages, bloodlines, anything you can find on the Southlands.
Our records are limited concerning the mortal kingdoms. I shall have to scour the catacombs for that information.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Galadriel gets this long parchment, and there's there's like a little thing on it that says, if heir equal Halbrand, then heir not heir. And it says that, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god. But it takes her like 5 minutes to parse through it.
There's no king of the Southlands.
What? Oh my god.
The line was broken.
Oh.
The last man to bear your crest died over 1,000 years ago.
Whoops, I should have maybe...
I should have read history books, I guess.
Also, I was alive then, but like I was literally Galadriel then as well, but I guess I never cared about it. Oh, you literally had a... It's a little bit too late, Galadriel. Everybody was like, I don't understand how nobody did this before. Like, it is really bizarre that nobody in Numenor, they went into the archives at one point. Like, literally they were there. They could have like also looked into like, wait, who's Halbrand's dad? They didn't even talk about it, really.
Yeah. They were just like, he's the king of the Southlands. He said so.
Yeah. No, he didn't say it. He said, yeah.
Well,
sure.
like he was told he is, and he was like, he didn't deny it.
Yeah,
I guess.
Legolas. What? Oh no. Oh no, they're doing this thing.
Is he gonna be in a vision, stuck in a vision?
Yep. So now Sauron and the Elven Smith are together, and they're gonna start forging the rings. And Halbrand starts deceiving fucking finally. Sauron starts finally deceiving, not just going along on a ride. He starts actually being like, hey, do this and do that, and this is a gift, and like winks at the camera like, I'm giving you gifts.
Call it a gift.
They realize that the stranger is not Sauron, but one of the Istari.
Yeah.
They realize that.
Yeah. Just because they just realize it.
Yeah, it's just like there's no like particular thing.
Yeah.
It's just like he's actually not Sauron.
Yeah. There's no particular thing for why they think he's Sauron, and there's nothing particular for they then think he's not.
Make him see.
Like, we have a friend, Carl, who's like a CGI artist.
Yeah.
And if he like came to us like, hey, let's make it quick. I need a reel. Let's make a 2-minute like thing about like wizards fighting or something. That's what they would make. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just there for the CGI. We have been thinking that the Stranger is bad. The entire season we've been like, oh my God, is he good or is he bad? Like, that's the question, right? We've been all on the edge of our seats.
Yeah.
And then he says he's good.
He says, I'm good.
He
and
literally
vanishes.
says he's good.
Literally says, I'm good.
I'm good.
So there's no doubt. there's very clear he's not Sauron because he's good.
They should have dissolved to Hallbrand saying, I'm bad.
Yeah.
And like have them be like 2 scenes on top of each other. It's like, I'm bleh. That would have been the best way to do it.
Or just had a little text pop up on the screen saying, he is good.
Did you return?
He is not Sauron. He is the other. The East. He is.
I'm good.
Supposing we've been using too much force.
Meaning what? Meaning that the metals shouldn't be forced to join them.
I'm Hallbrand. I'm a king in the Southlands. We haven't been introduced. Galadriel comes back from her mind prison at Sauron because Elrond pulls her out.
Yep.
And Galadriel doesn't say that Hallbrand is Sauron.
Hallbrand is Sauron.
Ever.
And they even ask her...
Where did he go? Yeah.
Directly, what happened to Hallbrand? Where is he? And Galadriel's like, he won't be coming back. He's gone.
Why? Can you explain to me why she doesn't say?
Yeah. It's so...
Why does she make the rings?
Yeah. I don't know.
Why?
Hello, he's Sauron. He's Sauron. The guy, he's Sauron. He's Sauron. Hey, Hallbrand Sauron. Hallbrand is Sauron. Hallbrand is Sauron. Hallbrand is Sauron. I have to go. Hallbrand Sauron. Nah. Hey, Hallbrand is Sauron.
Like, why is she doing this? But no,
actually Galadriel.
She's just going along with creating the ring, and I don't understand
I guess
why.
the only thing is like Sauron in the vision briefly mentions that your elven kind is gonna die. So I guess she's like, I guess I have to make these rings, otherwise we're all gonna die.
Why trust Sauron?
Because
on this.
Where is Hallbrand?
He's Sauron.
He's gone. And I don't hear it.
He's Sauron.
Why should he ever none of us of the truth?
He's Sauron. Just say it.
What happened?
Oh my God. He's Sauron. Just say it.
When you said you would not leave
Ah!
You are making that promise very difficult to keep.
Why are you talking? Have you ever seen the sun go down on the east coast? Hallbrand Sauron.
Do we proceed?
Celebrimbo, do you know why ships float?
We must make 3.
3? Why 3?
What?
We were you were thinking, and I was like, it's like, is Galadriel Sauron?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I thought. I was like,
is
oh my
that
God.
the twist? Like he's deceiving now. Galadriel's actually in some prison somewhere.
Yeah. That like
And
it turns
Sauron
like
turned
Galadriel like
himself into
smirks and it's like
Galadriel.
Sauron's eyes,
Yeah.
like something.
Yeah, and he like takes out the 4th ring. And he's
Yeah.
like, haha.
Well, that was a freebie.
But here's
I
a
guess.
fun idea. Let's just wait a little bit on the making of the rings. Let's investigate this corruption aspect of things.
No, we only have time until spring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. thank
Also,
God.
wasn't there? Maybe was it this episode? Like at first, Gil-galad is like, "No, you can't make the rings. I won't allow you." Or the crown at that
Yeah.
time. We have to all go back. It's over.
We have to go to
And then
paradise.
Yeah, and then like 10 minutes later, Elrond goes and or I think it's Elrond goes and talks to the king. It's like, I'm Elrond, half elven. You have to trust me. And Gil-galad's like, okay, make the rings.
Yep.
And then they make them.
But like, it's just it's odd from Galadriel's point of view, where I'm like, why this was Halbrand's idea?
never-
like, why are you going along with this? Don't you
Also,
think
this
that
was
this could be a bad thing? Like, everything.
Also, it was never her motivation. Like,
to save the elves.
Yeah, it was always, I need to go and kill Sauron and the orcs. And then suddenly she's just there with the other elves and is just forging the rings together with them.
I love this man that I never had a scene with. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. I thought it was Numenor. I thought the guy like blew up.
Yeah.
Like he was like suiciding. Like Al Qaeda. Wasn't that really strange?
Yeah.
That's just a weird cut.
Also, you have an in with Numenor. Like, the queen's pissed anyway. Why do you even need the elves per se? Let the elves go. Who gives a shit? They've been a thorn at Galadriel's side more than anything.
Yeah.
They've been the ones who are like, don't do anything, Galadriel. Just
Yeah.
fucking send them away. Let them go to paradise. Go back to Numenor. Go like, hey, this guy I brought to you. It's kind of embarrassing, but he was actually Sauron the entire time. I kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But let's go kill him. Like you're a huge, maritime empire. Let's go and kill Sauron. Done.
Yeah.
No need for the rings. I don't get it. And she doesn't tell anybody that Halbrand is Sauron. Nobody.
Yep. Nope.
Elrond just finds it out, and I was screaming. I was like, "What? Just say it! Like, just tell them."
Does
like,
Elrond find it out?
Yeah, Elrond's got the little scroll.
Oh, he finds the scroll later. Yeah. Also, doesn't tell anyone.
No.
Celebrimbor's still like completely in the dark.
They're just super. They just believe the corruption. They just like That's we're just otherwise we have to go to paradise. I mean that's the state. That's what's at stake. If we don't
if we don't do this, we might have to live in paradise.
That's true. That is literally at stake. It's not. They're not going to a bad place. If we don't forge the 3 rings, we'll have to have a really nice life in our homelands.
Yeah. With all our other friends and family.
Yeah. We're literally gonna join God.
The thing that every elf dreams of.
Yeah.
Expecting to be presented with a means of saving all elven. And we have none.
Doing more. The sun itself began as something no bigger than the
Thanks,
palm of my
Elrond.
hand.
How could we possibly match the powers that brought us?
Now I remember what happened. Yeah. Also, the rings don't look good. Like they're bulky and gaudy and.
Yeah, they look kind of bad.
They don't look good. Like there's no subtlety to it. It's just like a giant piece of a jewel. Yeah.
These are the originals. I don't know where. I have to look for. Wait. I didn't lose the ring. I didn't lose it. I didn't lose the ring. Where is it? Where's my precious? It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Precious. It has been called that before, but not by you.
Not by you, Galadriel.
My great Tom.
No, migration. Like migration. Means like to move. What we do, Harfoot. You see, we winter in Old Forest. Midsummer we make for Northfield Blem to snail, while the snailing's good.
Snails.
Snails, yeah. And at the first brush of the oak leaves, we head to the grove. A whole orchard popping with fall apples, plums, apricots, carrots. You'll love it.
What a weird thing for God to send these guys and like just fucking gimp them, just make them like idiots and like not understand shit and like, hey, you're gonna go and help Middle Earth against Sauron. We're gonna, and he's like, great, yeah, I've got powers. I'll go. I'll do stuff. And they're like, well, we're gonna like strip away your powers and we're gonna make you an idiot. He's like, wait, what?
What?
Nobody goes off trail.
And nobody walks alone.
sounded better when Sadek said it. Wish the old goat were still with us. He is.
This one is from Yoti George. He's been an IMD member since October 2022. So 1 week. He's got one review. This show deserves all the love, is the title. Don't believe those fools who are giving bad ratings and negative reviews. I don't know why so much hate for this show. That's a sentence. I'm so obsessed with this show right now and have watched all the 6 episodes non-stop and wanting more so badly. I mean, the acting, the scenes, the dialogues, and above all, the visual effects are so beautiful put together that will make your mind blown by this masterpiece. I really enjoyed and didn't look away for a second while watching. It really took me to the place where I couldn't have imagined in my dreams. Please, guys, stop giving the bad reviews and ratings to a show like this one. This show deserves all the love and not the hate. We all should appreciate the work and efforts put into this show.
Yeah.
I have another one from Georginer. So this one, last one was for Yoti George, and this one is Georginer. He's been a member since October 2022. He has one review. The Lord of the Rings, the most stunning TV series I've ever seen. Don't let the negative review fool you. I watched 6 episodes of this show non-stop, and I can't express in words how much I've enjoyed it. Everything. I have another one. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this. This is changing my mind. I mean, they're so good.
This is another. I'm not going to try and pronounce this one, but he is a member of IMDb as of a week ago, in September 2022. He doesn't have a lot of reviews, just the one. And it's for The Lord of the Rings of Power. It's titled Episode 6 is Lit. The season starts with a bit slow pace, but with extraordinary cinematography. The real story begins in Episode 6. Must watch web series. In my entire life, I have watched many web series, but this web series will definitely connect emotionally to your heart and mind. Blowing visual... will definitely connect emotionally to your heart, and mind-blowing visual experience will make you stick to the screens and take you to places. Watch this amazing web series on Amazon Prime. I am eagerly waiting for episode 7. By the way, do you know who owns IMDb? Do you want to guess?
Is it HBO?
No. Close though.
Is it Facebook? Is it Meta? Is it Amazon?
Yeah, IMDb's owned by Amazon.
What?
So this one is from MTKXYRVBX, IMDb member since July 2022. It's got just the one review. It's for The Rings of Power. They say, feels just like Lord of the Rings to me. I almost didn't watch because of other reviews, but I've learned to not even pay much attention to them. This feels just like Lord of the Rings to me. It could actually be its own movie. The acting is great. The scenery and graphics are amazing. I've been hooked and entertained since the first episode. Can't wait to see more. This one comes from Stephanie Soder. Do you want to guess how many reviews this person has?
I'm gonna say like 1, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, so it's what? Yeah, you're right. It's for the Rings of Power. They've been a member since September 2022, so quite a fresh account. Their title is for the review is Absolutely Love. This is not literally Lord of the Rings, and it's a shame for anyone comparing it to the books, but a very well written fantasy show with fantastic sword and fighting choreography. Amazing characters, all in caps, with very nicely picked actors. Between the little nuances of humor, the mind-blowing character designs, concepts, and the plot layout has me hooked. So refreshing, finally. Plus, the show itself is not a mere 30 minutes or hour on average. It's about 72 or 73 minutes. Can't wait for lots more. If you have a passion for fantasy, you will love it too. I wish there were to watch now. I binge watched them straight through.
Oh, thank you, Stephanie.
We have one from Striosel. So this person made their account in September 2022. They have one review. It's for the Lord of the Rings Rings of Power. It's titled Finale, Finally, finally, misspelled. Waited so long for this. Revisit Middle Earth is so much fun. Feels like being being a kid again. This is Ellen Myers dash 28482. So he's been she, Ellen, I'm guessing, she has been a member for 3 days on IMDb. It's got one review.
Is it about?
It's about Rings of Power. Sorry, yes.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
about, I should have been clear. It's about Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Love the series, titled. So I didn't expect too much, since usually the following series aren't too good. But I actually really love watching Rings of Power. I don't get all the negative comments, really. Who cares if a new character has another skin tone? I mean, why the fuss? Love new characters, such as Adar, a lot as well. Very interesting to follow and definitely want to see more of. Series like this already know before airing that they will get a lot of negative comments. Let's all prevent it from happening. Saddened, though, by the fact that also due to the bad comments, it'll take a long time to see season 2. Hats off, and onwards we go. 10 out of 10.
Okay, I particularly like this review because it doesn't say anything about the show. It leaves that all up for your imagination as the reader of the review.
It's interesting as well. A lot of these 10 out of 10s, they have kind of similar comments, similar kind of points. It's almost kind of robotic in a way that they kind of echo each other's sentiments. There's something kind of like quite... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah.
But yeah, clearly people love it, and they keep making new IMDb accounts by the day to give reviews for it, and it's clearly good.
It's such a good feeling when you see a show you love so much that you actually feel motivated to make an account on a site and actually write a review by yourself as a human.
And especially kind of commenting on, like, why is everybody making bad reviews? Don't believe them. This is a good show. Like, that's what I usually do when I review stuff. I'm like, don't believe the other people.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
The best thing I can maybe say is if I wasn't a Lord of the Rings fan, I maybe wouldn't mind having the show play on my second monitor while I'm like playing a game or something.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right.
Like it would be like, fine background noise.
Yeah, it's inoffensive in a way that very corporate shows are, where you're just like, okay, they're just blandly in the background.
Yeah. They're just there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the show is definitely worse because we like the movies so much and we like the books.
Yeah. Or rather just our
bias.
Our bias is that,
Yeah, we're hoping for better, so that's why we judge it more harshly. Yeah. But if we didn't care about it at all, it would probably be a 5 out of 10. Like I think
like it wouldn't be a good show suddenly.
Yeah, maybe a 6. Like maybe somebody could give it a 6 if you're kind of dumb.
Yeah.
If you're kind of you didn't do well in life.
Yeah. Or if you're a reporter for a big magazine or a website, you could give it a 9 out of 10.
I mean, there are some good elements. There's some good elements, like the fact that it comes out once a week.
Yeah, I love that. I also love how Sauron really feels like Walter White in season 2. Yeah, that's something I liked. I edit this into stuff.
Something.
Yeah.